Ladies and gentlemen, CTDF Fantasy Football Show is on the air. However, my friends and I are here on the air with very heavy hearts. A good friend of ours recently passed away. His name is Shawn Milligan. Um, I'm not sure if he played fantasy football. He wasn't a part of our league, but he was a part of our CTDF family. And he was only 31 years old. Very, very young age to go that young. So tonight, I want to dedicate this show in memory of Shawn Milligan, and I want to send my condolences, my prayers, my love, and our support to Shawn, his family, and in doing so, I want to toast Shawn Milligan. Rest in peace, buddy. So, with that being said, we're going to continue. We're going to go on because that's what Shawn would want us to do. So anyway, I have my boys here. John Flynn, our commissioner John Natale, our two-time defending champion Will Medina, and of course my buddy Adam Oliver. How we doing, guys?
Excellent.
I'm doing good.
Holding in.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, once again, I want to apologize. We did have a show last week. It was just poor scheduling on my part. Besides, last Thursday there was a presidential debate, and I was kind of getting into it. So, if not maybe for a couple of laps or two, but anyway, we're back now. We're here to talk about Week 8 in the National Football League. We do have Thursday night football going on. They are just gotten the kickoff of the second half of the game between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Right now, just starting the third quarter, the Falcons are up 16-14 over the Carolina Panthers, so just have to see how that one works out. Oh, always lovely to see the lovely Aaron Andrews. Oh, sorry, guys. Aaron Andrews was on the screen, and I just went to another space here. Anyway, we will keep you up to date on that game as it develops. So right now, I want to go ahead and get to our current standings right now in our fantasy football league. And right now, as soon as the screen comes up, there it is. We basically have a 5-way tie for first place overall in our league. We have Cedric, we have Andrew, we have Will, we got myself, and we got Adam. Then we have 3 players with a 4-3 record. That would be that'd be Marty, that'd be Flynn, and that'd be Cedric. A couple of 2-5 records. That'd be no. The 4-3, that would be Spencer. No. Actually, Natale.
Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
Much better.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm not British.
Oh, well, you couldn't have fooled me. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, we got Marty, who is actually sitting at 2-5 overall, along with Spencer. He's 2-5. Then we got our friend Mark Leota with a 1-6 record, and bringing up the rear once again, our beautiful friend Erica Saraceno. Maybe she looks like she may be picking first in next season's draft. So we'll just have to see about that here. So with that being said, as I said, we do have a game in progress right now. The Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Atlanta is holding on to a slim 16-14 lead. 13-11 left and counting in the third quarter. We will give you updates on that as the game develops. By the way, I actually have Carolina winning this one 27-21. Anybody else made picks on that one?
Yeah, I said 30-26 Carolina because I think because Matt Willis has a formula of putting together a winning team, and he's shown that the first half of the season.
All right. So anybody else got Carolina or Atlanta on this one?
Yeah, it didn't really have a score, but I had the Panthers.
Okay. Adam, what did you say?
I had the Falcons losing because they're still going to be hell. I got the Panthers 27 and the Falcons 19.
Okay. Adam, who do you got in this one?
Yeah, I agree. I do agree that the Panthers will win.
All right. So everybody's going with Panthers on this one. We'll see how it works. So now we go into the Sunday games right now. Starting in Buffalo with a very interesting matchup. We got the Buffalo Bills at home against the New England Patriots. Let me take a look at that game here. Get that screen up here. Patriots and Bills playing up in Buffalo, and when the Bills are picked by 3.5.
Yeah, this one was a tight one to me because the Bills haven't played particularly well the last few weeks, and they know they're not going to win football games just by kicking field goals, and that's why the Jets stayed in the game as long as they did. And I think it's going to be close because I think Belichick's going to keep them in the game. But I think in the end, I'll take Buffalo to win this game 27-24.
All right. Lynn says Buffalo in a close one.
Yeah.
The tally.
Natalie, who do you got?
Sorry, didn't hear you. Yeah. The Bills kind of had a rough game last week, but I think they're going to rebound from their mistakes and play even better yet. And my prediction is going to be very similar to Flynn's. I have the 27, but I have the Patriots 20.
So we got another one for Buffalo. Okay, I guess Will stepped out, so we'll just go. Adam, who do you got between the Patriots and the Bills?
Well, I believe I would go with the Bills by winning by at least 2 possessions.
At least 2 possessions. Okay. Well, I guess I'm the only one that's kind of going the other way. Although it's going to be close, I actually see the Patriots winning this one, but it's going to be a squeaker, a real squeaker. I got them winning 31-30. So I guess Will stepped out, so we'll just get.
There he is. Perfect timing. Just made it.
What game are we on?
We're talking about Bills and Patriots, but
did anyone see how the Niners decimated New England? Did anybody catch that game? Cam Newton played like shit. I'm sorry, but Josh Allen disappointed me last week. So I hope he doesn't disappoint me again. So give me Buffalo at home. I'll give the score about 33-17, and he rushes for at least a touchdown. You got to shake this one off, Josh. Got to shake it off.
okay, well, really, you're not going to believe this, but I actually picked the Patriots to win 31-30. Even though it's going to be very close. Although I will not be surprised if the Bills does win this one. So, and now we are going to go to Cincinnati. Let me get that game screen up right now. We got the Bills at home against Tennessee Titans. And we got okay. All right, Flynn. Uh, 5.5 point favorites the Titans are.
Yeah, I couldn't circle Tennessee quicker enough. This is one of the easier games for me to pick. That's Tennessee coming off its first loss of the season, and that they lost in very disappointing
Okay.
fashion. That penalties forced them led to a missed field goal, and they lost to Pittsburgh. They're going to bounce back in a big way. Derrick Henry, whom I'm facing because him as Derrick Henry starting against the Cincinnati Bengals. He's going to tee off on on that terrible rushing defense, and this game has 34-20 written all over it. And I know I need to beat Tim this week, and there's some interesting matchups in our league. So, but I think in this game it's going to be Tennessee and Mike Vrabel.
All right, so we got the Titans for Mr. Flynn. Mr. Natale, what do you say about this one?
Yeah, this one's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, the Titans are coming off of their first loss, so that's going to motivate them to play even better. I mean, the Bengals' offense actually has been half decent, but the Titans' defense, Titans' offense is far superior. They have the better running back. They have the better core of receivers. Joe Burrow's going to do a good job, but Ryan Tannehill is going to do better. So give me the Titans in this one, 28-17.
All right, 28-17. Will?
I'll be back.
Tennessee losing this game should have them have a lot of motivation going into it. And the Steelers being where they are right now, oh my goodness. But I don't see Tennessee losing. I'm sorry. This is where Derrick Henry is going to wake up and start mowing down some people. So we'll probably see another Josh Norman somewhere down the line. I hate it, but it's still funny. So give me Tennessee, but in a very, very, very close game here. So give me the Titans 20. I'll say 27, 20. No, I'll say Titans 27 because Tannehill's going to do some work. And give me the Bengals about 27-10, Tennessee over Cincinnati.
Okay, Adam.
Yeah, I agree, and I do feel like Tennessee will beat Cincinnati.
All right, so it looks like all of us are going to be unanimous for the Titans. I got them winning 30-24. I can see Burrow get a couple of maybe 2 or 3 touchdowns, but I'm sure it's going to be old King Henry that's going to run over that defensive line for the Bengals, probably get past the secondary and head on back to the house. So all of us are with Tennessee on that one.
All right, I'm back. I'm about to grab my dinner.
Dinner.
Shrimp scampi.
Nice, very nice. All right, let's see if this one is nice. We have the Las Vegas Raiders going up into Cleveland to take on the Browns right now. Browns at 5-2, Raiders 3-3, and the Browns were picked by 2.5. Flynn, what do you say?
This game was the toughest game of the week for me to pick because both teams are enduring some challenges. Obviously, the Raiders with their fallout of their COVID-19 outbreak on the offensive line, and it's significantly impacted their ability to move the ball up and down the field against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But the big injury news of this past week is that Odell Beckham Jr. has a torn ACL and his season is over. So that's going to severely hamper the Browns' offense. However, in the 3 quarters that Big Mayfield played, with the injury in there, that he put together some very impressive drives, 297 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. And I think they can make Mayfield and that offensive line should be a tough match for the Raiders defense. And I think I think they'll be able to give the ball to Kareem Hunt and make some big plays on that thin secondary of the Raiders. So give me the Browns to win by a field goal, 24-21. The Browns.
Lynn's got the Browns by a field goal in the tally. How do you see it?
Yeah, this one was an interesting one. This one could really have gone either way, but even though they're not going to have Beckham, it still had no impact on who I'm going to pick. This is more of like a coin flip game. In the end, I decided to give it to the Raiders, 24-20.
All right, interesting. Will.
Flynn basically said it. OBJ's out for the season, and you're going to need Jarvis Landry and David Njoku and everybody else to step up here. And what is going on with Myles Garrett? You haven't really heard from him these last two games. I'm like, is he absent? Has he been making tackles? This is Cleveland's games to lose. So give me Las Vegas. But it's not going to be that much of a close game. Give me 31-23 for the Raiders.
All right, it sounds like somebody wants to put out an APB for Myles Garrett, huh? Adam, what do you say?
Well, I know with Odell Beckham Jr. out, and that's really going to hurt the Browns offense, and it's really going to hurt him. So, in that case, I'm gonna have to go with the Gruden Grinders for the win.
The Gruden Grinders. Well, I am actually picking the Raiders to win this one by a score of 28-20. Odell Beckham Jr. is a talented player. He is one stud. He ain't no scrub, but unfortunately he's out. That will probably change the whole direction of Cleveland right now. Hopefully they can stay their pace, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now we are going to go to Detroit. We're going to go to Motown, where the Lions are going to be playing host to the Indianapolis Colts with Old Man Rivers, and this is basically Colts coming into Detroit as 3-point favorites. Glenn.
Yeah, guys, this one was an easy one. I'm taking the Colts to win and cover. The Lions won the game last week because the Falcons self-destructed. First of all, with Todd Gurley not going down before the goal line, and then Matthew Stafford taking the Lions down the field, finding T.J. Hawkinson to win the game for the Lions. But the Colts are a different animal. The Colts are coming off of a bye week. And I think Jonathan Taylor is going to have a big game. And Phil Rivers, an experienced quarterback, and T.Y. Hill going up against that secondary and Jeff Okuda. I think this game has 30-20 written all over it, Indianapolis.
What?
Very nice. Very nice. So, Natalie, what do you see on this one?
Yeah, as far as this one goes, I mean, the Lions don't really have a terrible core of receivers. They're going to need Galladay. Put that way, I did hear a report though. There's a possibility that Galladay could be traded to the Giants. I saw that earlier today, but I don't think it's going to happen this week though. Whether or not they still have him, that remains to be seen. But it's not going to make an impact on my selection at all. I have the Colts winning this one, 30-20. I wonder if you heard about that, Flynn. Did you hear the report?
No, and even Dave Gettleman's not going to do that. As much of a douchebag he is.
Yeah, I don't see it happening either. But yeah, even with Galladay or no Galladay, the Lions don't really have much of an offense. So yeah, 30-20 will be my score. I have Colts winning.
Yes, same as mine.
All right. So, Adam, who do you got between this one?
I think it's relatively easy to see, and I'm gonna have to go with Omen Rivers and the Colts to pick up the win.
All right. Will, we got the Colts and the Lions. What do you say, you?
Oh God. Well, I hope the Colts can actually do something this time around because the Lions look like they're getting into something right now, which is very, very, very. You don't hear much about the Lions doing good now that Galladay is actually waking up. But this is Philip Rivers. This is, I guess, this will be his last year in the league, and this is a make it or break it game more for Rivers because if you're going to lose to teams that are under 500, something's wrong with you. But I'll give him one more chance. I'll take the Colts in this one. This will be heftily close. Give me 30-24 for Indianapolis.
All right. And I am going to make it a unanimous choice here. I'm going to take the Colts in this one, although the Lions will kind of keep it close, but I say the Colts will win 24-21.
Well, sorry, fellas. I gotta take my exit. I did leave you the rest of the picks, Tim, so I have to exit early. So I want you guys to continue the podcast. I gotta head on.
All right, take care,
All
Will.
right, well,
Take care, buddy. And as our man Will makes his exit, we will go to our next game, which is big NFC North division matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers at the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Packers 5-1, Vikings 1-5. Seems like a lopsided game right here in the making right now, with the Packers as 6-point favorites. Flynn.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Packers in this one. I think the Packers are better at every portion of the game: coach, quarterback, line, defense, special teams. I think, but I think the Packers really showcased their identity as a team in the victory against the Houston Texans on Sunday, and a lot of it has to do with getting Devontae Adams back from injury. That they're going to be much. That they prove they're going to be aggressive offensively, and they're going to pound and go pound for pound for you on a weekly basis. And the Vikings, yes, they're coming off their bye week, but their roster is in a flux. They traded Yannick Ngakoue to the Baltimore Ravens in exchange for a third-round pick next year, and I think that weakens the defense. Danielle Hunter is out, so this game has 34-24 Green Bay written all over it, Natalie.
Natalie?
Yeah, this one, even though the Packers might not have Aaron Jones, they're still pretty lethal. Jamal Williams is a great backup asset. He also works as a great pass catcher. And I think their defense is actually very underrated. They're actually a lot stronger than people think.
Yeah, and I think to piggyback off that point, because the Packers, a big reason nobody talks about the Packers getting to the NFC Championship game was because of that defense. Because their secondary is actually young and talented, and nobody gives them the credit they deserve.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know why nobody ever takes the Packers defense seriously nowadays. They're
most underrated defense in the league.
And they're not added much in fantasy leagues. But yeah, with that being said, my score for them will be 34-22.
All right, Adam, what do you say on this one?
Well, it is gonna be pretty interesting, and I know Kirk Cousins is a talented quarterback, but we got a experienced quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, that's playing. So I think it's gonna be a close one, and I believe that the Packers will pull it off.
And I will say the exact same thing because Packers are just great all around. Minnesota's been kind of shaky all season long. I'm surprised they haven't crumbled and fallen. But if they haven't, they probably will this Sunday because I've got Green Bay winning 35-24, and I see at least 3 touchdown throws from that bad man. Okay, next on the schedule, probably one that won't get much into because this one has blowout written all over it.
Oh, yeah, I know where you're going.
I know what you're talking about. Go on.
The defending champion Kansas City Chiefs at home at Arrowhead against the New York Jets. And Flynn, not that it matters or anything, but let me check the line. I'd say it's pretty huge. Let's see. 19.5 points. Are you kidding me?
I mean, the thing is that the spread does matter because because even though I was 10-4 straight up with my picks last week, I was 5-9 against the spreads. So the spread's important to me too. But I mean, 19.5 is a lot. But I'm gonna lay the 19.5 here. I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win 37-13. But the Chiefs showed some things that I really liked in their game against Denver about because they show that they don't need Patrick Mahomes to win games. They have a defense that's capable of making big plays, and we saw that in the game against the Broncos on Sunday.
All right. Well, I guess maybe I can see a 19.5 favorite. The tally, what do you say?
Yeah, the Chiefs are even more lethal now that they added Le'Veon Bell. He had a respectable debut last week. So yeah, him and Hilaire are pretty much going to get a 50-50 split of the workload, which is going to make them even stronger. So both running backs won't be tired as much. I mean, the Jets have probably a new running back, but that's not going to help them at all. They have no defense, so 38-10 Chiefs.
38-10 Chiefs. Okay, I think I got that one right now. All righty, Adam, how you see it?
Week.
Well, I know Kansas City is gonna be all over the Jets, and I know I'm gonna get like Flacco for him to get at least like two passing touchdowns. But I know I think it's gonna be like a blowout game. I'm gonna.
Huh? Did you guys catch that?
So I am going to say that the Kansas City will pull a blowout victory for 45-14.
45-14. Okay, I think Natalie went to disconnect and reconnect. 45-14 sounds like a pretty good blowout, but actually have a pretty big blowout here. With everything everybody said, Kansas City.
And put that on, and that would be the lock of the week.
All right, that Oliver's lock of the week. Chiefs against the Jets. And surprisingly, this is not my lock of the week. That will come later. But I have the Kansas City Chiefs blowing out the New York Jets by a score of 55-7.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll get Natalie back in here. There he is. Natalie, I just gave my score. This is not my lock of the week. That comes up later. I mentioned to the guys that I believe the Chiefs will win by a score of 55-7.
The tower's breaking up with us.
Mm-hmm.
Vaguely,
That's
I can.
here. Well, if he wants to leave a score, if we can't get him, he can
Okay,
just put him in
nice.
the little comment section now, and I'll be able to
Oh,
highlight. I'll be able to highlight it for him. Anyway, very interesting matchup coming up now. We have the Los Angeles Rams head to Miami, take on the Miami Dolphins. Let's get that page up here.
Yeah, the Dolphins are 3.5-point favorites. Tim.
3.5 point favorites, and guess what, Flynn? It's two a time.
Yeah, but I think we should. I want to talk about the Rams a little bit here because
that's strange.
I don't think we can underestimate how big a win that was for the Rams on Monday night because it did several things. First of all, they finally got a win against the team not from the NFC East. They took down a very good Bears defense, and they went after Nick Foles. So what the Dolphins or what the Rams did was that they established an identity on how they're going to win football games. They might be they have talent at the wide receiver position, but they're going to win games by pounding the football on they're going to pound the football on you, and they're going to be physical defensively, led by All Pro future Hall of Famer Aaron Donald, and the combination of the roster and how McVay is getting these teams buttoned up, they're gonna win games with coaching, line play, and defensive play. And I'm gonna go with the Rams here, and I'm excited to see how Tua fares in his first NFL start. And it's a long time coming. I definitely think he should have started way back week 1, but I mean. That was Brian Flores' call. If Brian Flores believed that Tua wasn't going to be ready for an NFL start, so be it. But in this event, I just think the Rams are the better team here, and I'll take the Rams to win this game, 28-21.
Okay, Rams 28-21. Natalie, what do you say?
Uh-oh.
So I think the Tallies wanted to go to mobile.
I think you got to miss saying who's going to go to mobile. So I guess while we wait on him, Alan, what do you say about this one? We got the Rams and Dolphins.
Well, I believe that the Dolphins are giving Tua the first start, and they're up against a decent defense of the Rams, and they got Jared Goff. In the end, I think the Rams are gonna get the win.
All right. Well, I say that it is Tua time now in Miami, and I agree with Flynn. They should have started Tua, but of course, I digress. But they're starting him this week. Seems like to me the Rams, they got a good team, but they've been kind of shaky here and there, kind of up and down. But of course, they have a few more ups than they have downs. And that is why, as I bring John back into the fold here.
All right, how's it sound now? I'm on mobile.
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
Much better.
Yeah, I guess it was freezing up a little bit.
Yeah, and you're just in time. You're just in time for me to make this announcement. Upset special. Miami 28, Rams 24.
Wow.
Ooh, interesting.
All right, so we're on
Tua time. That's what time it is. So, did we get a tally's pick on this one?
No, we didn't.
Nope.
Oh, no,
yeah, this
we
one
haven't. Go ahead.
Yeah, this one's actually going to be an interesting one. Yeah, it's I think Tua is going to actually have a decent debut. I think he'll get a couple touchdowns. He might get a couple picks, but you know what? In the end, I got to give the rookie a fair shot here. I think he's actually going to do well enough to hold down the Rams. I'm going to agree with Tim here. I'm going to take the Dolphins as well by a score of, let's say, 28 to the Rams 25.
All right, so we got a split decision among us. We got me and Natalie going with the Dolphins in the upset, and we got Oliver and Flynn going with the Rams. We will definitely see how that one works out.
I'll be back. I'm going to grab more food. I'll be right back.
Okay,
All right.
grabbing more grub, more grub. I think our boy's hungry again. But that's all right. I just deleted that screen, so I have to get that screen back. Okay, I think we got one more. Let's see. I think we got one more 1 o'clock Eastern game to talk about, and that actually was the last one Eastern game we have here. We're going to the late games now. Beginning in Los Angeles, where the Chargers are at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
No, that was last week. That was last week, Tim.
Well,
So the Jaguars Chargers game was supposed to be played this week, but it was moved up a week because of the positive COVID tests and the changing of the schedule with the Broncos and Patriots.
Yeah, so let's go down. I guess I got the week 8 schedule right here, but that's so that's where we go. Can we talk about Chicago at home against New Orleans? Let's see.
It's Tim. So the real 4 o'clock game is the Chargers. They're on the road, favored by 3, taking on the Denver Broncos. That's the real game.
Okay, so it's the Chargers at the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you said it was Chargers by 3.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead, Flip.
All right, and I'm going to take the Chargers to win and cover here. I really like the development of Justin Herbert, as we've seen the last few weeks, that he's gone toe-to-toe with Tom Brady and Drew Brees back-to-back weeks, and then he just shredded the Jacksonville defense to parts in his victory over the Jaguars on Sunday. I think that's going to carry over. He's got a lot of things going for him. I think Anthony Lynn and the offense are utilizing him in the right facets, and I think he's going to take down the depleted Broncos team by a score of 31-17.
All right, go ahead, Adam.
I agree. I believe that the Chargers are gonna beat the Broncos.
Yeah, I just made that little change out there. So, I wonder what Natalie. There he is. Natalie is back. He's sounding much better right now. Chargers, Broncos. What do you say?
Yeah, this one was kind of a tough one. Division rival. Division rival games always can go either way, but this was kind of a coin flip for me. I just decided to win it. Just take the Broncos at home. So give me the Broncos 24-23.
Interesting. And since I had to change my little thing because it originally said was the Jaguars at the Chargers, but we actually got the Chargers at Denver. But I actually see the Chargers winning this one by a score of 21-17. Denver's going to kind of make it close, but I see the Chargers coming out of the end 21-17 on this one. And now I think we can go to Chicago. Yeah, we'll go to Chicago where the Bears are going to be hosting the New Orleans Saints. Of course, once again, the Saints looks like they're going to be without Michael Thomas, even though the Chiefs are 4.5 favorites. So, Flynn, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints to win the game. I'm going to take the Bears at the points here because New Orleans is missing that one explosive piece offensively that makes him so dominant in Michael Thomas. But But while we're at it, I think the Bears defense is still going to keep them in a lot of games, but I actually do think the Bears can move the ball up and down the field against that Saints defense, but better coach, better quarterback. I'm gonna go with that. So I'm gonna take the Saints to win this game. 20. My score is Saints 26, Bears 23.
All right, 26-23. Plan says Saints will take this one. Natalie, what do you say for this one?
Yeah, even though the Saints don't have Michael Thomas right now, their offense is still pretty powerful. They have a nice running back duo of Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray, both are great pass catchers too. And the Saints defense is actually pretty decent. I think it's going to be about maybe a 2-score game, so I'm going to go 31-16 for the Saints.
31-16 Saints. Adam, who do you got in this one?
Yeah, I do believe that the Saints will pull this one off.
Okay, and I will make it unanimous. I say a 2-possession win for the New Orleans Saints. I got them winning 34-24. Now we go into one of the best rivalries, one of the best division rivalries in maybe the last 10 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
We got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks way up there in the Pacific Northwest. And it looks like 3 points Seattle's picked for this one, Flynn.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Seattle to win the game. I trust Russell Wilson, and not having the full force 49ers defense is gonna hurt San Francisco. Plus, this is Seattle's revenge game from that crazy Week 17 game last year where the 49ers denied Seattle's on that goal line stand to secure the 1 seed and utilize that as their path to the Super Bowl. But I think Seattle is going to win here. That they lost to a very good football team in the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday night. And yes, Arizona is one of the 4 teams that are on bye this week. Them, Washington, Jacksonville, and Houston. So if you have anybody on those 4 teams, you are to put them aside this week since they're on bye week. So I'm gonna take Seattle to win this game 20-23 over the San Francisco 49ers.
All right. Natalie, what do you say about this one?
Yeah, this one was actually a very close one for me. Because right now, the Seahawks are currently down 3 running backs. They don't have Chris Carson right now. They don't have Rashad Penny right now. They don't have Carlos Hyde either. Although Hyde might play, but this was actually really close. Does that mean, despite not having the running backs right now, they still have a pretty powerful receiving core of Metcalf, Moore, and Lockett. But on the plus side, 49ers have their good share of receivers too, especially in Kittle. This was really a nail down the wire pick for me, but I'm going to pick Seattle here by a single point, 31-30.
Ooh, squeaker there. All right, Adam, who you see in this one? Uh-oh. Is he going to sleep on us?
He fell
Just had a
asleep.
long day. Yo, Adam.
Yo.
Are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just listening in. I do believe Seattle will win because they are at home. So I think Russell Wilson will pull off a win.
Yes. Give it to the most underrated quarterback in the league right now, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put up a 20 spot on them because I see the Seattle Seahawks winning by 37-17.
Really? So, and by the way, before you get to the Sunday Monday night games, there's one big game you missed, Tim.
I just realized that when I was looking up on the scores, and we are going to do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the greatest rivalry of the last 2 decades. A big, fierce rivalry up in the AFC North Division.
Shame. It's only a 1 o'clock game this week.
When it
Yeah,
should be the Sunday night game. In
Yeah, I
my
yeah,
know,
opinion.
right?
yeah. I
Yeah,
think this game is airing on my CBS affiliate.
yeah. We're gonna do a hashtag for this one that I got from this morning on Skip and Shannon Undisputed. Here's here's a hashtag right here. Good thinking, Commish.
Let me check the chat there
Roger
and see what that
Logic.
says.
Wait a minute, wait a
Uh,
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait,
hmm,
I gotta put in this. I gotta put in this chat right here.
hmm.
Yeah, really smart to put the Ravens and Steelers in the afternoon and not in prime time because that is a prime
Yeah.
time matchup in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a hashtag.
Mhm.
Yep. There it is. Mm-hmm.
Roger Logic.
Aw,
So
that's a shame.
yeah, it is. It is the Steelers. It is the Ravens. They're playing in Baltimore. The Ravens are picked by 3.5. Flynn.
I'm gonna take the Steelers with the points, but I'm gonna take the Baltimore Ravens to win the damn game. The Ravens, Ravens have a week had the bye week. I think they're gonna come in far more refreshed. They're gonna come in far more energized. They know this is a game they need to win to keep up with Pittsburgh in the AFC North. And if they lose, the Steelers have a 2-game lead on at least on Baltimore in the division headed into the second half of the season. So I think Baltimore. I think Lamar Jackson is going to find ways to expose that defense. And Tennessee found ways as well in the latter stages of their game um, this past Sunday, and I think the Ravens can use Tennessee's game plan to their advantage, especially since the Titans did beat the Ravens in the divisional round to get to the AFC Championship game. So I'm going to take the Ravens to win this game 24-22 over the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All righty, the tally. We got.
Yeah, this one's going to be a very close one. Yeah, we have one team standing alone, still undefeated, and that's Pittsburgh. And no, I don't think anybody ever expected them to be the last one standing. As good as the Steelers' offense and defense have been, in the end, I think the 1972 Dolphins streak continues. Steelers are going to lose this game in a nail biter, 29-26 in overtime.
Oh, we got an overtime special here. Oh, that sounds really good. Adam, what do you got on this big one?
Well, both of them are elite teams in the AFC. And it's going to be close, but I still believe Pittsburgh will win.
I actually believe that the Ravens will hold off and give the Steelers their first loss of the season, even though it's going to be a very close one. It's going to be nip and tuck all the way. And I see Tuck kicking that field goal with about no time left. I see the Ravens winning this one by a score of 38-35. It is going to be a great game. That is actually a noon Eastern game, 1 Eastern, noon Central game, which should have been put in the spot where we are going to talk about the next game here, which is the now scheduled Sunday night game. Once again, Roger Logic. It is the matchup in the NFC least division. It is the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles, or as I call them, the Philadelphia Chickens.
And hold on, we have a touchdown by Atlanta. Todd Gurley just ran a touchdown.
A score update, people. Thursday
Yep.
Night Football. We have a touchdown scored by the Atlanta Falcons. So it looks like right now they are, with the pending extra point, it'll be 26-17.
But can the Falcons hold that lead, though?
Yes, because they are so notorious. And they just missed the extra point.
-1 for you, Tim.
Yep.
That's the -1 for you. Thank you very much.
You gotta tell me about that, huh?
Yeah, I'm playing you in fantasy this week.
Right. So it's still 25-14. But come on, guys, it's the Falcons. Somehow, some way, they're going to let this lead.
Carolina's going to win this game totally, but on to the Cowboys and Eagles.
Yes, unfortunately, we got to talk about the Cowboys and the Eagles. Eagles are at home with a 2-4-1 record. Dallas is 2-5 when they should easily be 0-7. So, Flynn, I don't know if you have anything on this debacle. I don't know.
I want to talk about the Eagles while we're talking about because I know I want to talk about the Cowboys, but the first 3.5 quarters of their game against the Giants on Thursday, the Eagles offense was dreadful. I mean, Carson Wentz made some dreadful throws that he some ill-advised throws across the field horizontally. The ill-advised interception to caught by Bradbury in the end zone where he should have been throwing it away, and he couldn't get past the Giants defense until their last 2 drives. But I just think the Eagles are in a much better position. I think they're playing much better football. Believe it or not, they've actually played some good football. That they had some tough losses to Baltimore and Pittsburgh the last couple of weeks. And I think Philadelphia is going to win this game 23-12.
23-12. Flynn's going with the Eagles over the Cowboys on a tally.
Yeah, there's really not too much to say about both offenses. They both struggled for the most part. This is going to be a very low-scoring defensive game. I have another overtime thriller here. Give me the Eagles 24-21 in the OT.
Jay Garrett with the winning field goal, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they're going to get the. I think they're going to get the field goal, but the Cowboys are going to fail to score on their possession. So the Eagles will get the ball first. The Cowboys won't score on their possession to lose.
Okay, Adam, is there anything that you could say in defense of our team?
Adam.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you're doing exactly what the Cowboys are going to be doing. Go ahead.
Well, like I was mentioning before the stream, the Cowboys got a long list of injuries. So in that case, I'm gonna have to take Philadelphia for the win.
Not much that I can say about this one, except for this. This is my lock of the week. Eagles 48, Cowboys 0.
Whoa.
Oh, a shutout.
They're starting a third stringer. So many injuries. Everything is discombobulated. It seems like there's a new thing going on right now, a new hashtag that I'd like to start a new hashtag I'd like to present to you, which seems to be the message this week or for the last few weeks. New hashtag. Yeah,
Starve Zeke.
yeah, starve Zeke. They're not beating them. And then you got all these guys on the defense who got their big time contract. They're playing like they're playing for chump change.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, the one guy who did not get his contract, he was totally lighting it up until he got his season ending injury.
Yeah.
Go figure. So again, this is my lock of the week. I'm going Eagles 48. Cowboys will lay a goose egg.
Wow.
Sorry. Well, let's get my mind off this one. We got one more game and about 5 more minutes before Natalie. So, Natalie, I'll go to you on this one first.
Sure.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. This game is in New York. It's going to be very, very cold at MetLife Stadium. And it looks to me as if the Buccaneers are favored in this one.
Yeah, this one was actually semi tough for me to decide because Chris Godwin, the number one receiver, isn't expected to play, so that might help the Giants a little bit, just a little. But as improved as the Giants' defense has improved a little bit, but their offense still needs a lot of work. The Bucks' deep offense is just too good. So give me Bucks 34, Giants 24.
Bucks 34, Giants 24. Okay. Flynn, who you got on this one?
Yeah, I circled Tampa the moment I saw the schedule. I saw the schedule this week. Giants is that Dave Gettleman is still the general manager, so I'm going to take the Buccaneers to win this game 34-20.
All right, Adam, who you got on this one?
Well, I think it's kind of an easy decision. I think the Giants still gotta get some work done. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Brady's Butt Pirates on this one.
All right. Going with Tampa Bay on this one as well, and I will make it unanimous. I say Tom Brady has a field day over Danny Dimes, and I got the Buccaneers winning by a score of 42-10.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. And right now, as we close our show, there's only about 8:25 and counting left in the fourth quarter, and the Falcons are still holding on to that 25-17 lead. Will they be able to do something that they haven't done much of this year? Hold on to a lead and win.
Yeah. And also, so I think we should talk about the matchups for our league. Because there are some interesting ones in our league.
Go ahead.
Yes.
The floor is yours.
All right, so I am playing Tim this week. So right now, Mike Davis and Calvin Ridley have disappointed me. One, because Calvin Ridley is hurt and Mike Davis hasn't put up much production. So Tim right now is projected to win 151-137. The Atlanta Crushers and Andrew is projected to win by 20 points over Spencer. He already has a touchdown from Todd Gurley and has some production from Robbie Anderson. This is a tight one. Erica is projected to get his first win of the season right now, projected at 108 points, while Marty is projected at 99.8. Mark and Shedrick are playing. I'm not sure if Mark's going to focus more on team this weekend, but Shedrick is projected to win 145.8, while Mark has 102.8. He has to make some changes to his lineup to be competitive. And Mark left Julio Jones on his bench.
Oh.
So That's fun. Adam, you're playing a Nels. You're projected to win 145.9. The Nels is kind of disappointing performance for Teddy Bridgewater. So you're projected to win by 12 points. But Tim, this is the matchup where we should definitely be looking into this week. So this is a rematch of last year's semifinal game. Natalie and Nina. Natalie right now is projected to win by 3.5 points, and he's riding Clyde Edwards-Helaire and James Conner, but he's also right. He also has George Kittle and Joe Burrow. So I do want to ask you a question while we're on here, Natalia. How do you think Joe Burrow has done so far during his rookie season? Because he's your quarterback this week.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. He has his ups and downs, but he's actually off to a pretty decent start.
Yeah,
but I have to ride with Kyler Murray. He's the better quarterback.
Yeah, and Kyler Murray is off this week, so you have to make some adjustments there.
I had no other choice.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting how he does against that Tennessee defense. A game that I'm projected Pittsburgh Tennessee to win by double digits, but this is one of those. These are some of the matchups that can tilt the CTDF no fun league in a lot of different directions because Allie and Will are in the mix for the top. Let's see other matchups. I know Adam and Nels are in facing off this week. Yeah, so it's some interesting matchups this week, and we have to come back next week to talk about how these matchups went.
Definitely. I'm going to have to clear off a few things if there's not cleared off yet, but we will definitely have to come back next time and try to talk about this whole thing. Maybe there could be a shift in the rankings, a shift in the power, Of course, we know Will's looking for his third ring in a row, but of course, we got some other people there looking for that ring too. So
it's basically 8 teams looking for those 6 playoff spots.
Yep, that's right. And before we sign off, of course, y'all know now during the football season, our man Flynn has Hooked on Sports twice a week. I'm interested to hear your opinion on how Kevin Cash basically gave the Dodgers the World Series win.
I mean, it's one thing to trend toward analytics. It's another thing to just blow it completely out of proportion, right? Because Blake Snell had just won the Cy Young a couple of years ago, and he pitched a gem in Game 2, was the reason Tampa won that game. But then Game 6, the scheduled hitters when Kevin Cash took him out were Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, and Justin Turner, and subsequently when he put, I believe it was Nick Anderson into the game that the Dodgers offense got the requisite runs needed to win the ball game. So that's going to be a decision Kevin Cash is going to have to live with for a long time. Another thing that I did mention on my podcast came out on Monday. So the clincher was on Tuesday, and the day before Monday, I dropped my latest podcast. Another mistake that he made was that he sent Manuel Margot home trying to steal a run. But eventually was thrown out at home plate in the inning and preserved the Dodgers' lead, and that was the moment that energized the Dodgers, and they never really looked back after that. So Kevin Cash is going to have a lot of soul searching this offseason. I think the Rays are going to definitely need to think about improving their lineup, because the big question with Tampa going into this entire postseason is, can they get someone to get the big hit when it mattered the most? They got it in the division series with Mike Brasso, who amazingly enough had the altercation with the Aroldis Chapman in the Yankees earlier in the season and got his revenge with the home run in the division series. And then in the NLCS, of course, Randy Arozarena being Babe Ruth for a whole month in October. So that was fun. But in the end, the Rays are gonna have a lot of thinking to do of first of all how to get past the Yankees again in the division and how to win another championship.
Well, just one examples of the insight you're going to hear when you listen to my man John Flynn on Hooked on Sports now twice a week during the football season.
Mm-hmm.
Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can find podcasts, look him up, and he'll be right there. So that's going to do it for this edition of the CTDF Fantasy Football Show. I thank John Natale. He has to work tomorrow, so he had to sign off early. My man Adam Oliver, my man John Flynn. Once again, as I take this final sip of Dr. Pepper, Shawn Milligan, rest in peace, my friend. You will be missed.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. And cheers to all of you out there. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. Until then, Tim McClellan reminding you be a good sport. See ya.
See ya.
All right. See ya.